Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I headed up to the Williamsport Water Authority where you can find two pretty popular trails near Williamsport. That is the Bluebird Trail and the Raccoon Mountain Trail. What I ended up doing in this video was linking both of these trails together, and that totals to about 8 miles hiked overall. The first part of the trail, being the Raccoon Trail, is a pretty boring trail overall. There's a pretty cool stone bridge about halfway through it, but it's not a bad walk. It's on a service road for most of the way, and it's open to mountain bikers. So if you're into mountain biking, definitely check that trail out. I see a lot of mountain bikers up there all the time. It seems like a pretty good mountain biking trail. One of the other cool features on this trail is the Remington Ruins, which is an old homestead that can be found in the Bluebird Trail. I'll be showing that in this video. It's going to be towards the end if you want to check that out. Now, the Raccoon Mountain Trail and the Bluebird Trail are one of three pretty good hikes within 20 minutes of Williamsport. The others being the trail systems up the Riders Park in Jacoby Hollow. This is honestly the first hike I did. Well, the Bluebird Trail was the first hike I did up when I moved to Williamsport. And it's a pretty good trail. There's a couple cool features, like an old foundation from an old homestead. And most of the trail is on these like service roads that you see here. It's not really much of a foot trail. But yeah, I really enjoy this trail. It's probably my least favorite out of the three I mentioned. Nonetheless, it's still a really good trail system that's pretty close to home. Yeah, so one of the tips I have for you guys when you're winter hiking is make sure you wear layers. I just took off one of my thermals, started sweating. When I first got here, it was really, really cold. You just want to have the ability to adjust to whatever temperature you feel like adjusting to. That way you don't never cold and never too hot. Wear layers when you're winter camping. So we're approaching about the halfway mark of the first trail here. Doing two trails today. The Raccoon Mountain Trail links up with the Bluebird Trail, so I figured just combine them both. Be about, I think, around 10 miles altogether. But I figured I'd give you guys a quick channel update at the halfway point here. Next week will be my first solo backpacking trip, my first winter backpacking trip, and my first backpacking trip of the year. Haven't really picked out where I'm going yet, but it should be pretty good. If everything plays out correctly, I should have no problem getting out on the trail on Saturday morning and finishing Sunday morning. Obviously, plans change sometimes, so hopefully it does work out. But keep an eye out for that video. Regardless, there'll be a video out, even if I don't go backpacking next week. Get a day hike in. Yeah, so this is the first hike of the 500-mile challenge that I set for myself. And it's gonna knock out around 10 miles. 500 miles, only so many weeks in a year. Gotta imagine take a couple weeks off. So you're looking at least 50 10-mile hikes, I think. So this will be the first of 50. Obviously backpacking trips are gonna knock up some pretty big chunks. You know, getting anywhere north of 16 to 25 miles for a weekend trip. So that will alleviate some of those other days where I don't get 10 miles in. But I don't think I'll have any problem getting to 500 miles for the year. I set my goal to 500 miles kind of because, like, I've always aspired to be a thru hiker. But, you know, sometimes life doesn't work out the way you want it to. Or not necessarily the way you want it to. I love my life, I really do. But it's just not going to enable me to thru hike. So setting these 500-mile goal, it's kind of like the way to bite that itch, if you will. That way I can go ahead and hike a lot, get pretty big mileage in, get a bunch of backpacking trips in, etc. I know one thing I want to do next year is, maybe even this year if I find the time, is do a 1 to 2 week hike, which will be pretty nice. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop here for lunch soon, and we'll get back on the trail. I'm gonna do this slippery bridge crossing right now. Look at that. It's a pretty nice day out, as you can see. Never really hiked the Raccoon Mountain Trail yet. It's a little boring, but it's a nice day out in the woods, on the trail. Better than working. All right, gonna go ahead and find a good spot for lunch and see you guys back on the trail.
I still remember the day that you came. You were so little. For me it's yesterday. Now you're all grown up, tall as a tree, strong as a wolf pup, faster than me. So if you're worried that a chance will pass you by, and if you're standing on the sidelines wondering why, what's the worst thing that could happen if you tried? Well, you might fall, but then again, you might learn.
So, Raccoon Mountain Trail wasn't that bad. That sign back there that I showed, when you make a left there, you're in the very next right. There's going to be a no biking sign there. If you take that right, you split off into the Bluebird Trail. That way you can check out the Remington ruins. There used to be a sign here explaining it, but I don't know if it was vandalized or just damaged and they took it down. Here's the Remington ruins. That's about, I don't know, it only adds like another mile to the hike. If you're doing the Raccoon Mountain Trail, I definitely recommend coming out the Bluebird Trail to finish off the hike. It ends in the same parking lot. You're not backtracking at all. It's definitely a nice extension to the Raccoon Mountain Trail hike. Plus you get to check out these cool old ruins, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna show some B-roll footage of this ruins, head back down the mountain, and end my hike. Well, I don't really know how many miles it's gonna end up being, but I'll let you guys know. I have a watch on that's tracking that. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoy this B-roll of the Remington ruins. And yeah, then I'll get back on the trail. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's it for this video. Parking lot's only about 200 yards down the rest of this trail here. Bluebird Trail is a nice little, I think it's like 1.7, 2.4, something like that. Hike if you want to get a quick hike in near Williamsport. You know, visiting for the Little League World Series. Want to get a hike in. It's literally only like 10 minutes away from the field. Go ahead and check out the Bluebird Trail. Check out the Remington ruins. Get outside, walk those legs. It's a nice little trail near Williamsport. The Raccoon Mountain Trail, it's okay. Not very much going on in the trail, but it was nice to get in the woods. Not too cold today, a little windy, in the 40s. Overall, decent hike. It ended up being 7 miles. So first 7 miles out of my 500-mile goal of the year is done. Not bad first hike of the year. It's honestly been a few months since I've hiked, so 7 miles I'll take. I was hoping it was gonna be 10, but apparently my math was wrong. My watch is saying around 7. So about 2.5 hours to do 7 miles, not too bad. But next week, take a look out for that backpacking video, hopefully. And if not, I'll definitely bring up day hike again. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Please don't forget that like button and subscribe to my channel if you like this content. And until next time, guys, keep on hiking.